and we want to say that ODM cannot and shall never be intimidated. We are a party that stands for justice, democracy, and a party that has fought for against the ills committed towards Kenyans for many years. So we will continue to uphold those values, and we will not be intimidated by anyone, either within Azimio coalition or even outside Azimio coalition. On the matter of Azimio coalition, I want to state categorically that ODM does not have a coalition agreement with the Kenya Kwanza or UDA. If those who are telling us that we are in government care, I want to advise them to read the Political Parties Act, which is very clear that parties can only get into a coalition arrangement if they sign a coalition agreement and have it filed with the registrar of political parties. If you care, members of the media, I want to request you to visit the office of the registrar of political parties and find out whether there is any coalition agreement between ODM and Kenya Kwanza. There is none. So when they tell us that we have joined government, on what basis are they saying that? Is there any coalition agreement? There is none. So we think that these people are just playing drama, and the ODM is such a serious party which is not ready for drama. We are a party that has huge representation across the country, and we cannot be intimidated. Azimio, ODM is a principal partner in Azimio coalition. We cannot be lectured by some of our junior partners in the party, in the coalition, that we leave coalition. In fact, some of the partners in the coalition, we are even questioning their status in the coalition. Jubilee Party, for example, when Honorable Kioni talks about Jubilee, which Jubilee is he talking about? We know we have two factions in Jubilee. We have the Sabina Chege's Jubilee, and we have Kioni's one-man Jubilee. You cannot intimidate a big party like ODM. I think, Mr. Kioni, we want to advise you to read the law and to visit the office of the Registrar of Political Parties. And I want also to caution them that any attempt to push ODM out of Azimio will be very detrimental to those people who are pushing that arrangement, because ODM will still remain a single major party in the opposition based on the numbers that we have in the National Assembly and in the Senate, and that cannot change. In fact, I'm also inviting them to read the standing orders of National Assembly and the Senate, and they will discover that maybe only Wiper is the only parliamentary party in the National Assembly, but the rest have no status. They gain their status based on the numbers of ODM. So, Honorable Wamalwa, Eugene, shut up. Shut up. In fact, some of your members have already declared support for ODM in the House, and we are considering to put them in committees. So, I am speaking as a deputy party leader of ODM, and we are saying ODM cannot be intimidated just because we have allowed a few of our members to join government. And in any case, these members had to resign from their positions before joining government.
Thank you.
Those of us who watch football, you know very well, one team can loan its members to play for another team. And when they loan their members, those other members cannot come back and play for this other team. In fact, they can play against their parent team. So this is common. We are not going to be intimidated as a party, as a big party within the opposition. ODM is the lead party in the opposition, and we are going to remain so, and we are going to point out ills of this government regardless of the fact that a few of our members are in government.
Thank you.
Ruto must go. That is our position. And those of us in Azimio who have chosen to join this government, because now, even if they were trying to hide it, they have come out. We have seen them make very bold statements. Some are saying, oh, Ruto is not that bad now that he has given us a very good position in his government. And they are saying they are not going to fight this government because they are now part of this government. We are saying, and we stand here before you, that we are not party to that. We will not join the Ruto government, and we will stand with the people and remain the people's loyal opposition. That is our position that we have taken. We wish Mzee very well as he goes to Addis Ababa, because we can see him building the momentum and gaining ground. He's been to several countries and the support is growing. So we see him succeeding and we wish him to succeed. But as he goes forward, we must, and we are going to tell Kenyans within this week as we hold our Azimio Council meeting, that part of us who are going into government will be released to join government. And we will remain under the leadership of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as Azimio to fight for the people of Kenya. Why we must do that is because in any democracy, there must be the issue of accountability. Without a strong opposition, you will create a dictatorship. And that is what William Ruto is. He's not a Democrat. That's why he's cannibalizing the opposition. And that is why he's creating a tyranny of numbers. Once he has those numbers, you can see him again back on the rooftops, making more and more promises, more and more lies are being told. But also, he is now threatening to bring back the finance bill. He has made it clear that new taxes are coming back. So fellow Kenyans, we must not let our guard down. We are not going to let our guard down. And we're asking the Gen Zs not to give up. We know that they are very, very disillusioned by what has happened. But it is no longer a Gen Z matter. In fact, we want to encourage the Gen Z to have a new approach, that we are now a Gen Zote approach, an all hands on deck approach, so that all Kenyans come together to stop the taxes that are coming. Because with the numbers that have been gained now by the broad-based Nusumukate government, these taxes will go through Parliament because Parliament has been state captured. This is what we want to say we will not be party to. And we're also very grateful to our judiciary, because with a captured Parliament, with the tyranny of numbers that they now have, with the new taxes that are coming, the judiciary is the last line of defense. Just last week, they had passed an amendment to increase the road maintenance levy, increasing fuel from 18 shillings to 25 shillings. The court stopped that. We have electricity tariffs going up. So we want to pray for our judiciary even today as we pray for Kenya, that the only remaining arm of government, the judiciary, that is our last line of defense, should not also be captured by the state as Parliament has been captured. And for us as Azimio, we will stand with the people, and we are here today in Mount Kenya to tell the people of Mount Kenya we want to work together. And we want to thank the leadership of Mount Kenya, the Honorable Kioni here, Babaya, and all leaders from this region who are now saying they will stand with the rest of us to bring change in our country.
I want to debunk the lie by Honorable Kioni that Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga actually did not say the truth when he said that he'd spoken to the former president of this country. I would like to say that the former president, President Uhuru Kenyatta, is a statesman, and he can speak to Raila anytime he wants. I want to ask Kioni, is he telling us that he is in a position to tap telephone calls of every person in this country? Mheshimiwa Raila does not need to lie that he spoke to Uhuru Kenyatta to cleanse himself as purported by Kioni. Cleanse himself from what? All Mheshimiwa Raila did was allowed his 4 members of his party to actually serve in the government at a time when Kenya really needed to show that there was unity in this country, and Kenya really needed to show that we were moving together. What, therefore, does he need to lie and cleanse himself from? Mheshimiwa Raila does not need to lie and to tell anybody that he spoke to Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is a former president and just a citizen of this country. How would he help Raila cleanse himself? How?
Let me just support her on that.
Yeah.
I think our brothers in the other parties are missing the point, because convening a party meeting or a coalition meeting, it is the responsibility of the Secretary General of that outfit. The Secretary General of Azimio is Junet Mohammed. Junet Mohammed, I spoke to him this morning, he has not convened any meeting. So if they hold any meeting, that will be a meeting kwa chai, ama kangaroo meeting, it will not be an Azimio meeting.